Hi guys, it's Kleaguenglish here, Ross here. I'm excited to bring us our first So Rare content to the channel. We're going to look at six K-League bargains today. If you're not sure what So Rare is, there's plenty of great videos on YouTube. Have a look. It's basically a fantasy sports game, and I'm the K-League expert in it. If you're new to So Rare or you want to join, you can click on the link below. You get a free card after you buy 5 limited cards. Now, limited cards could be anything from 50 cents to $100. If it's K League based, it's going to be the cheaper options there. So this is our first guy here. It's we're going to try to build a team, and we're basically kind of looking at rare prices because, like I said, limited K League prices are all bargains in my book. So we've got a goalkeeper here. We've got Oh Sung Hun. He's a 100% starter for his club Daegu. Doesn't have much competition apart from the guy who screams like a cat. And he had a very good season last year, even though his scores here are quite low. So his L15 is very low. It could be very useful in threshold teams as well. I've chosen Oh Sung Hoon because of that 100% starter, but I also think he's going to have a better season. I think Daegu are going to have a better season. They've bought well in the transfer market here. And as far as rare prices go, it's not cheap, but it is what it is. You could buy someone cheaper, but they're less certain to start. And if you're going for a limited, he's the cheapest goalkeeper around. He's actually one of the goalkeepers that I gave away during our private league on Sorare during the World Cup. I kind of regret doing that a bit, but if you want to join our membership at Buy Me a Coffee, we'll be running another private league this year. So that's Hun. He had 9 clean sheets. Our next guy is a colleague of his, Hong Cho. He's a Korean international. He didn't have a good, well, the best of seasons last year. Um, he's 32, so he's not the youngest, but he's another 100% starter. He's incredibly cheap at limited, and his rare price is very cheap. He's in and around the Korean national team. Came on against Brazil, you might remember in the World Cup, and he hasn't been scoring great, but I think that's partly down to Daegu. They kind of struggled last season, but he did have some good scores in there. He only got 1 assist, but he's definitely capable of scoring much higher if you look at his all-time, maybe even before that. He's got some high scores in there as well when he was playing more regularly for Ulsan at the time. Incredibly cheap price. Should have a better season. Daegu, like I said, have bought well, and he's got a new striker to target as well. So he's our first guy in there. If you want to go a little bit more premium, we've got Park Sung Wook, well, uh, close to the East Coast. Um, is Daegu. So if you're going a little bit east, if we're in Korea here, we've got Park Sung Wook. He made a big step up from the lower leagues, and ever since he's been a regular at Pohang. He's very versatile. Can play across the back line and play in the middle as well as a centre back and also a defensive midfielder. His price is quite low at the minute because he had these injuries and DMPs. But you can see here what he's kind of capable of. He scored in that game, but this is this is another game that he scored well in, and lots of 60s here. If you go back further, uh, he's got these big scores in him as well. Um, he's pretty much a 100% starter. As like his utility across the back line is very good. If we look at his kind of prices as well, you can see that he was much higher um, a while ago. So he was going for 0.18 there. He's definitely capable of rising to that price again. Pohang are also in the Asian Champions League, so he'll have more fixtures and he'll be a certain starter in my book. Okay, on to our midfield. We're building our team here. And this one's less of a player that you might want to play, but one that has more upside. Min Kyung Hyun. He's under 23 on Sorare until 2026. Last year was his first season, and he played a lot of games. He played 30 games, 24 as a starter. He was injured at the end of the season, so he would have got more games. His scores don't look great, but he does have a couple of good scores in him. And that was his first season. I think he'll improve into another team who are in the Asian Champions League. They don't have a lot of options in the wing back positions, and uh, Min can play on either side. So I think he'll be another starter. He's also a U22 player, which in the K League means that um, he can be started by the club in order to get 5 subs. Which is part of the rule that the K League has. Usually means that some players might come off early, but Min never does. He usually gets 60 minutes at least, and he's a great option. Um, just to hold because his price will go up. It's incredibly cheap at the minute. If you look at his last 3 day average, he's like £15 or less even. So he's my kind of keeper. He not goalkeeper, but keeper. We go to our midfielder. This is our star man, and with huge potential. I think we've got former Crystal Palace man Kim Bo Kyung. Okay, so his price here is very low, 0.2 at the minute, and that's been what he's been kind of averaging a lot, maybe less, over the past even year or so. It's never got too high, but the reason for that is he's Club Jumbug are one of the best in the league, but they've got huge resources. So we're not really looking at his scores for last season, although he did have a couple of good moments. He only had 9 starts and he still got 4 assists and 2 goals. We're gonna look at his time at Ulsan and look at these bad boys. Woof, delicious. He's been linked with a host of clubs in the league. He's almost certain to leave Jeonbuk, and I think he'll be a star where he goes. And I'm very excited to see him get back to these kinds of scores because he's got the talent, of course. Played in the Premier League, he takes corners as well, and excellent player. Deserves to be starting somewhere. Okay, last but not least is Jung Jae Hee. So, striking position isn't an easy one to get in the K League. There's a lot of new players coming in across the league. And as well as that, they're never cheap. So I've gone for Jung Jae Hee again, a teammate of Park Sung Wook. He's got that ACL football in him, so a couple of extra games. If you look at his scores here, he's had some very good scores in the past. He got 7 goals last season. That was his first season at Pohang. He was involved in 37 matches. 18 starts is maybe the issue here. He wasn't starting as much as you would like, really, but his price is very cheap. And again, if you look back across the year, it gets much higher. I think people didn't know who he was because he came from the second division, went very high, back down again when he kind of lost his place. But a number of Pohang's wide players have left. They brought in a couple, but I think Jung Jae Hee can certainly be this main starter on the right wing. He's very, very quick. Missed a few chances, can certainly improve on that. But Pohang also have a new striker, and Zeka, as you might know if you follow the K League from Daegu, who big guy, quite strong. He'll be in and around that box, whereas Pohang didn't really have a kind of striker to do that last season. So I think this guy can get you some points on Sorare, but also huge upside in terms of the price. Okay, guys, that's our video for today. Thanks for joining us and watching along. I hope you agree with some of them bargains and maybe can go and get a couple. Let me know in the comments who you think is the best bargain in the K League. We'll be making more content like this. Like it if you enjoyed the video and subscribe as well, please. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.